Hey guys, what's going on? Xbox All In channel host taking forever. Brand new video for you guys today. Gonna do an all in rant. Um, it's funny. I don't know if I set this up correctly, but I'm kind of rushing to get this done. Unlimited Truth should be back today. It's Wednesday, so I kind of wanted to shoot this video out before Unlimited does his video, does his podcast basically. But this is normally I wouldn't do this on the same day as one of the other guys, but this was bothering me so much. You guys know how I feel about Xbox. I'm a pro Xbox channel. You guys also know the content that I do on my channel, a lot of the stuff that I've been talking about, one of which is the economy and how bad it is. A lot of other things I talk about, which is the fake gaming media, um, and a lot of the false narratives that I put up there, a lot of the hypocrisy from the gaming media influencers and other gamers. Um, and also, man, you guys know if you follow my channel and look at the content I put up on my social media, that I'm a huge Idea Xbox fan. I love indies, guys. I always have, regardless of what genre it is. When I was growing up, man, of course, as a comic book guy, I followed the big two, which was DC and Marvel. You guys know I'm a bigger Marvel fan. I'm a huge Marvel fan, and I've admitted that I used to read DC because I'm a comic book guy. But you kind of got to know your enemy. Back when I was hard and heavy fanboy from Marvel, especially on the comic book side. But then you would read a lot of different other comic books, man, regardless of the company, because you just love comic books, you love superheroes, you love the genre, right? And you're a fan, and you're a collector, which I also am. I'm not as hardcore as Hebot or Sega Man are in their respective fields. But I used to. That's where I used to be, man. I still dabble in it a little bit, man, but because of time and money, and actually space. I just don't have the space anymore. I have to be really selective about the things that I buy. Um, but it's all rolled up into one, man. I've always, whether it's toys, whether it's collectibles, whether it's comic books, whether it's video games, I've always drifted to the indie side because when you're a hardcore gamer like I am, and you've been gaming for the amount of time that I have, over 45 plus years, I've been doing this, right? I've been hardcore since I was little. Dude, the first ever game that I dropped a quarter in was this game called Moon Cresta. And then, of course, Galaxian, Galaxian 2, Space Invaders. That's where I cut my teeth. A lot of you guys can sympathize with that because, I know a lot of you guys watch this channel are either my age or you're just that hardcore. We just grew up in a different time. Hey, what's up, Unlimited? Yep, I love comics. At the end of the day, would read Marvel, Imagine, or Image, Dark Horse, and other indie comics. I come by even though DC is where my heart is. Yeah, yeah. So perfect. Thank you for the comment, Unlimited. Thank you for being here, bro. I know you got your podcast. I'm gonna make this quick. This is because it's not a podcast. It's just a rant, man. Just something I want to share. That happened. Sorry about the noise. There's been noise in my neighborhood today. I'm actually sick. That's why I'm doing this podcast, man. My back is just not. Dude, I had all kind of problems with my back. Anyway, it's just gonna be a rant, dude. So I don't know if you guys heard the news. Um, but Humble Games, and if you guys don't know who they are, please go look them up. I wish I could share my screen with you guys because it's definitely this is definitely a topic worthy of discussing. Um, I'm setting my podcast as I listen to it. Will be live at the top of that. Yeah, no, no worries, brother. I'll be in and out. I'm not gonna have anybody come on unless some people come on the chat because it's just a quick rant. But like I said, on the indie scene, I've always been a big supporter of indies. I always participated in indies, and I think indies is a necessary. How can I put it? It's a necessary for whatever industry you're in, whatever genre of that industry you're in, and independents are always necessary, right? Because in the independent side, it comes with a lot of positives, right? One of the especially with the economy nowadays. Sorry about these burns that drive me nuts. Um, Indies are usually more affordable. Indies have a lot of creativity. Indies aren't bound by the corporate overlords, is like what people like to call them. I just say the business aspects of things that a lot of us dabble in. Right. Again, using comic books as a perfect example, and Unlimited made an even better example by using Image. Image is one of those things. Boom Comics, all that kind of stuff. It allows you to step outside of the norm, just to think outside the box, so that your creative juices flow. Um, and to create something that could become a masterpiece, man, or set a new standard in the industry, or even create new properties that people will enjoy that can become bigger and better. All of this is all of the stuff that comes with independent development. Again, I'm talking movies, music. I mean, if you guys are into pop culture, and slowly I'm trying to shift my channel to a pop culture channel. I'm not telling you guys anything you don't know, right? For a lot of us who listen to music and stuff like that, of course, the indies of the time, you had independent labels and stuff like that, but originally for me it was the B-sides, right? So you'd have a group like in Boston, or you had a group like Doobie Brothers or Fleetwood Mac, right? They were huge bands, right? They had a lot of fans, right? They sold a lot of albums and stuff like that. But the majority of the people who buy and listen to the music, they also listen to the titles that there's the songs that they love. But it was always the B sides that got me hooked, right? That's how I became fans of different bands, right? Because if you take the time to listen to their less popular songs, you really get the true essence of what that band is all about. And in some aspects, and I'll just use Fleetwood Mac because it's on my mind right now. They have a lot of talented band members. So like Lindsey Buckingham has his own albums, and of course Stevie Nicks has her own albums. Christine McVie is a great songwriter and musician, right? So I mean, I think that's the best example I can give you guys right now when it comes to music, and of course with movies, man. Independent films was huge in the late '80s, and they've always been around, but in the late '80s, early '90s to mid '90s, independent film just blew up, right? Um, so there's always been a market for it, and to me, it's a necessity for any type of pop culture genre um, to kind of fuel the fire, stoke the flames, keep things not getting stale, right? Also give you consumer choice, all of that stuff to roll into one. Now, why am I talking about this? So I found out the other day. Now this is coming from the gaming media. I harp on the gaming media. I just prefer when they put out news, and this is news. But again, take everything with a grain of salt. But Humble Games, it looks like they're closing down. Now, there's a lot of differentiating reports right now that is coming out, both from the company and then the employees who have already been laid off. Both have, well, like the company saying they're just restructuring, and then there's employees that have already been laid off that's saying that the company's going to close. Either way, it's going to shake up their company or whatever they do. Even if they do restructure, the odds of them actually surviving, again, in this current economy, how much things cost across the board, from the creative aspect, right? For workforce labor, um, a lot of times when the money's flowing and money's good and the industries are doing great, we can afford to make mistakes. Those are not these times. Everybody's pinching money. Everybody's pinching dollars, pennies. They're looking at everything and they're looking at the bottom line, right? And when you have an economic situation like that, dude, that doesn't bode well a lot of times for these types of industries, man. Again, I say this on my channel all the time. You're not gonna die if you don't have an Xbox or you can't play video games. Now, food, where to live, right? That's a whole nother ball game, right? Um, but this is what's happening across the board, and I feel sorry for the employees, of course, that are working there or that have been laid off, right? Either or, because there's still people there at the company. Because the people that are laid off, of course, you don't have jobs. The people that are there are left trying to figure out what's going on. They don't know what the future holds because the company can say whatever they want to say, and I'm not saying that they're lying. But what's going on in the global economy right now is affecting every single person. And there's a lot of examples where a lot of these companies are not making it because the cost of doing business is too high. Um, you're in an industry that relies on people who have disposable income, right? And right now, a lot of people are struggling to pay their bills. A lot of people are trying to hang on to their uh, places where they live. Some people can't find apartments. It's all of that rolled into one. Okay, and when that happens, it has you know, that shockwave effect, right? Like a ripple in the pond. You know, because when you look at a company like Humble Games and a lot of the connections they made, like for example, since I'm an Xbox guy, I use Game Pass, right? They've put a lot of their games on Game Pass. This is why when people come to me and tell me about Capcom not putting their game on our Xbox, or Capcom is like doing some Street Fighter game for PlayStation and Nintendo, but they're not bringing it to Xbox, or Square Enix and their crap that they do, or whatever company does that, like they leave Xbox in the code. This is why I don't care, because I'm supporting the companies who are coming and actually supporting the console of my choice and the ecosystem that I use, right? And the cherry on top of this delicious sundae is that these games are really good. If you're a gamer, this is why I always harp on my channel about people actually being gamers. Most of you guys are not, and I'm not saying it to be mean again, right? I'm not saying, I'm just being honest with you guys, dude. You guys fancy yourself gamers, but you guys don't really play games, right? Or then you got people who are gamers. Some of these dudes are old school, man, and they're a bit jaded, and they can't look beyond their own nose or certain things, and that's fine, man. That's their own thing. That's their own choice. That's their time. That's their money, right? But if you're a person that says that you like games and stuff like that, and you're not supporting these guys, this is why we end up with the industry in flux as the way it is now. Now, again, the economy plays a big part of that, dude. But for a person like me, why I don't bother, why it doesn't bother me, I'm paying $3 more for Game Pass because I've already made the adjustments in my budget to accommodate the fact that gaming is going to be a part of it, no matter where I'm at when I'm gaming. Like if Game Pass went away tomorrow, I'm not saying it is, but I'll still be buying games, right? Because I'm a gamer at the end of the day, right? Just like I am with comic books. The realist. So is your title fact or speculation? I'm just reading what I've read on the news, dude. Well, what I'm really ranting on is the fact that Humble Games is even in this position. Yeah, dude. No worries, no worries. No, what up, dude? Yeah, yeah, it's cool, bro. I know. Um, yeah, I'm not sure, realist. I really don't, because there's two reports coming out from the employees that are laid off. Of course, they're saying the company's closing down. Then you got the company that's using the tagline of restructuring, right? That's all I know right now. I wish I could share the article and read it, dude, but I don't do it like that, bro. Not because I don't want to, man. It's just, dude, it is what it is. I know IGN bought them. Yeah, yeah. So I guess their parent company, whoever owns IGN, and IGN's been going through the ringer. All of these media sites and stuff like that, they're all going through the ringer, bro. Everybody is, man. Like look, I love my boy Zobi70, dude. He was talking about layoffs at PlayStation and Xbox on his last video. I listened to. I was like, bro, that dude, Google, Apple, dude, Apple just cut their TV budget by like 50%, dude, because they can't beat Netflix, which we all knew, right? I mean, I don't know. I applaud them for trying, dude, and I'm not saying their content is good. There's really nothing on there that I really wanted to watch. I tried to watch the Jason Momoa one, dude, but they started going to that old Warren way. I mean, it was a cool concept, dude. Nothing on my boy Jason. I think it was good in the show, man, but I was just tired of the storyline. It's the same old, right? And if you're asking me to pay for that when I already got Netflix and I have a plethora of content on there to watch, what's the point of me subscribing to your service? So a lot of people don't understand with these streaming services, it's not just about who you like, who you don't like, right? It is about when people start looking at what more bang for their buck, dude. Like where I live right now, dude. If you get a combo number one for McDonald's, dude, it ain't cheap. Dude, people are just gonna be like, okay, I'm just gonna stay home and cook, or just make a sandwich or something like that, because that's cheaper. Um, they were just fine. What are you talking about? The Humble Games, or are you talking about Apple? Yeah, Apple. I think right, bro. All of them are bowing to Netflix. Yeah, dude. Netflix just. I mean, look, dude. To the pioneers go the spoils, man. Because I remember when Netflix first started, I was one of the trial people. And I'm talking about the mailing disc and living all the way in Hawaii. That's probably why they wanted people out in Hawaii, because of course they wanted to test out their mailing and stuff like that. And it was hard. It was they were around. It wasn't like they were brand new, but I mean they had some growing pains. But kudos for them, dude, because I mean look, dude. I just like, dude, where they started and where they are, and I got to see that happen in real time. Dude, it impressed me, bro. I'm very impressed by the way it all turned out for them, right? And this is why I give them props, man. And then I know a lot of the people I follow online and that I'm aligned with, whether it's politically or socially or whatever, they don't like Netflix because of the stuff that Netflix does. To me, Netflix does it all and gives you choice, right? So I mean, they do a lot of different stuff, dude. They're trying to be that big tent. If they ever did anything that offended me, I'd walk away, dude. If they pulled a Disney on me, then I would just stop, you know. And that's what I've done. This is why I put like gaming ahead, dude, because I enjoy gaming more right now than I do other stuff. You know, they took their content and gave it right back. Oh, who's that? Was that Disney? What's up, Fade? Hey, what's up, Fade Blade, bro? Yeah, dude. Thanks for being here, man. Yeah, just a quick little rant, dude. I'm gonna go out for probably about another 20 minutes. Yeah, but welcome, dude. Unlimited is firing. He's setting up his podcast right now. So first mover advantage. Yeah, dude. I mean they went through a lot of dude. They put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, man, to get the business where it is now. And Xbox was part of that, dude, with the 360. Dude, that was when you look back at what everything Netflix went through, dude, man, that was a stroke of genius for them to do that. That's why I don't hate on Matrix, bro. People don't agree. I can see where people don't agree with Matrix, but I don't hate on the dude, man. I love the 360. I guess because unlike other, like I guess most people, especially if you're a normie, dude, you won't buy into the ecosystem as much as what the rest of us are. I just shared an article on X, where credit card companies are really looking at the Xbox player because the amount of time they play, like I guess I forgot what the average was. I put it on X. You can go read it. But the Xbox consumer, man, is high market value. Now I'm not saying that I'm not trying to, dude. I mean, if you guys are getting a credit card, look at it. Dude, it is kind of a if you can't handle your budgeting and stuff like that, I recommend you don't get it. Do it at all. Same with Microsoft and Game Pass. Yeah, yeah. In fact, I like this article I read where Satya, or was it? And then I think it was Satya. Man, he knows the dude that was the start of Netflix. I don't think he's with them anymore with the company, right? But if you look at the moves they're making, it's the same thing. The only difference being, I mean, we interact differently with games than we are movies or television shows. Like, dude, I just watched Cobra Kai. I'll save the talk on Cobra Kai for Friday because you have a podcast and you guys can. I'll shoot you the link this Friday. Disney, WB, and others took their content. Now it's back on Netflix. Yeah, yeah, they tried to do it, man. And look, dude, I have no problem with them trying to do it. Disney Plus, dude, I had high hopes for them, right? But when they started doing what they're doing with their content, dude, at the end of the day, dude, you have to not only have a great service, you have to have great content, and you have to listen to your consumers. And Disney was just in their own world, so you know, they dug their own graves. And then for some of these guys, dude, they just don't have the content to compete with Netflix, dude. Netflix, one of the best things Netflix did when these guys started pulling their stuff, right? Because some of their content's super old, but they wanted, modern day money for the content. And then Netflix, that's why they started doing a lot of the stuff on their own. But the smartest thing Netflix did was going international. In fact, when Netflix does their Tadam series, right, a lot of it, I mean, this is the first time I see they start off with like South Korea, got the nod first, and then India was second. We don't. That's where they're getting their money from. Even Japan, bro. That's why you say the content in Japan. I think they still need to work on their content a little bit more. I enjoy some of their stuff, dude. They're not at that level yet, in my opinion. But just like getting Godzilla, what is it, Year Zero, the newest movie they put on Netflix, dude. That was smart. If NCAA was able to move Series S, then COD should be able to boost subscriptions. Yeah, I think they are. Faded Blaze. I think they are. Just as Microsoft doesn't talk about it. I don't sweat anything when it comes to Microsoft, dude, because everything I hear, all the news, all the speculation, all the rumors are from either ponybots or people that hate Microsoft or people that hate Xbox. And then, of course, the most reputable stuff is the financial stuff, and it can only give you so much because there's an accountability factor that Microsoft as a company has to account for. Like that's where you get all the FTC stuff, right? You see what the FTC is trying to do now with Game Pass. And like I said in the previous video, and I said this on social media, I mean, you can attack Microsoft. This is actually something that they should look at. They can look at. I think that's in their purview, but the bottom line is everything's going up, so I don't know how they're going to get some sympathy from that. There's other things they could be looking into right now, aside from a video game console and a video game company. That Xbox consumer is different. Look at their partnership, iPhone and whatnot. Yeah. Sorry, let me read that again, bro. You know that the Xbox consumer is different. Look at their partnerships, headphones and whatnot. Yeah, exactly. And then says, and these are the people. Oh, you should be marketing. You should be doing this. You should be doing A, B, C, D. Look, dude, they have a whole marketing department. They have the numbers. They have analysts. They have all that stuff. So I'll ride with Microsoft on that. It might not be what I like, right? I've sat here and talk about, hey, why aren't we getting the option like controllers to make our very own a console that's catered to us that we pay for, right? design our own console, so to speak, right? I'll sit here and say all that stuff at the end of the day, but I don't work for the company. I don't know what their money's like. I don't know what their department's like. Like I'm pretty sure they've thought about that. If somebody like me on this channel can think of stuff like that, I'm pretty sure they've had 5 to 10 people in their company that have thought about that and they run the numbers. And then if they don't do it, it's probably their reasons. I'm not saying that they don't miss the gravy train sometimes, but if you see what Microsoft and Xbox has been doing, dude, I love the I don't know if it's Cobra, but somebody on X showed they like to show the pictures of all the games. Well, this was all the service games, and then I think like Forza was at 40 million. I think the only one that the lowest one might have been, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the lowest one was Starfield, and I think they had 19 million or something like that. Fade Blade is realist. If their content is back on Netflix, then that Daredevil trailer is back on Netflix, the new one. Wow, I didn't even think about that. Faded. That's crazy. Not surprising, dude, because I'm getting emails all the time, right, saying all the content that's dropped, and I'm looking at some of the stuff that's dropping. I'm like, this is amazing. There's this movie that just dropped. Sorry, I can't remember the name of it, but it has Russell Crowe, and then Liam, uh, what's his name, Thor's brother, Helmsworth, Liam Helmsworth, and I guess Russell Crowe is this drone operator, and the team that Liam's on, they're in the they're in the theater and they get trapped or they're bogged down by something, man, and he has to help them. It looks cool, dude. It actually came out in the theater and it's already on Netflix. I think the only one that can kind of compete with Netflix is Amazon right now. As you guys know, Paramount they canceled Halo. You have Halo series season 1 and 2. They uh, they dropped Halo 3, and don't get it. Look, dude, don't let the haters out there do it, man. I think it has more to do with Paramount than it does with Halo. Because Paramount is fishing, they're fishing for somebody to buy them too. Netflix has to go international. US is tapped out. Yeah, yeah, and I don't blame them. And it works out. And at least for me, dude, I speak for myself. 'Cause I can't speak for everybody in the US. But for me, dude, I'm loving it, right? Because I get the best of both worlds. I like the stuff we put out most of the time. Like I said, Cobra Kai. I watched the new season. It's only a 6 episode thing. That's probably my only knock on it. Wish it was like at least 8 to maybe 9, 10. But it was awesome, dude. Loved it. Amazon doesn't have enough content. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Um, I don't think I don't. I definitely know. I mean, one thing I can't stand about Amazon is just their service. Their UI sucks, all that stuff. But I'm just saying they're the only ones I know of that could probably continue, right? Because all they do is raise the price on Prime. Those pricks. But yeah, getting back to Humble Games, guys. Thank you, chat, and then please keep on chatting. I have no problem reading it. But I kind of got to wrap this up in a couple minutes. Um, but this is why when Capcom doesn't bring their games over, when Square Enix, Phil has to kind of be heavy-handed with them, show up on their stage to get their stuff to bring over, man. This is why I don't care if their content comes to us or not, right? I just played Path of the Goddess, the Capcom game that just dropped last week in Game Pass. Please go check it out. It is amazing. Dungeons of Hindenburg is another game that's awesome, right? But that's what I do, dude. I will support like Dungeons of Hindenburg, um, uh, Focus Entertainment. I just bought Sherwood. What is it called? Thieves of Sherwood, something like that. And then RoboCop. They were on sale, but it's still I paid. It was fine, dude. I paid the $30. At least I gave them something. But because with the Nikon, I support them. Focus Entertainment, Humble Games, 505 Games. The dudes that rock out with us definitely see. I'm a Sega fanboy, so anytime Sega, dude, I actually try and get this stuff physical, right? So I put my money, dude, to the people that are going to help me, and it fits my prerogative, dude. Just that's the thing about the PlayStation guys, at least the base guys, right? Is that the reason why they rock PlayStation so hard is because PlayStation fits the way that they game. Now, if they're able to get the casual stuff on that on the side, this is why people go to PlayStation. These dudes don't play games that we play games at all, bro. Like in order to get like to get the ultimate, well, I can't say that, man. For some people, I know to get the most out of Game Pass, dude, it isn't a viable thing to them because they're not going to play that many games because they don't play games, bro. Not like us. Um, what that make is good though. But what they make is good though. Yeah, yeah. Amazon, they do. I mean, Fallout was amazing. And again, this is a good the good thing about having, Not everybody needs to be a Netflix. But again, with the cost of everything, it's hard, man. That's what Humble Games is facing. Dude, they do really well, man. I bought a lot of the games. Let me run down the games real quick before I forget. I didn't even know they did these many games, man. I had no idea that the amount of games they had. Now I'm basing this off of some on their form, right? So correct me if I'm wrong. Either but like they're mostly a publisher. They're mostly a publisher, right? But Path of the Teal Lotus, dude, I am definitely gonna probably buy that today or tomorrow. It just came out. I forgot about it, but that game looks solid. Blood, I don't know if that came out yet. Hat in Time is awesome. Carto is cute, man. It's not like what I'm saying, like you have to buy it full price, right? But it's just I picked it up because I thought it was cute. Um, Fate Tactics, dude, that was a pretty cool game, but I mean, it was okay. Ghost Song is another one that was good, but it was hard. So a lot of these games ended up in Game Pass, so you can buy them cheap on the Microsoft Store. But Dodgeball Academia, dude, I love that from the jump, dude. I bought that right when it came out, dude. I'm just like, I just dropped my money on it. Coral Island. I've been playing that hardcore, but then what ended up happening, they have a bug, and I think it's on. I don't know if it's on PC, but I know it's definitely on Xbox. So sometimes when you play, you have to do a lot of stuff during the day. It's one of those games, it's a simulator, right? You have a farm. You're trying to build relationships with the people in your town. You're trying to figure out what's going on in the town. You're trying to build the town up, and then so this is on a day-night cycle, right? And so what ends up happening is sometimes when you're playing, dude, the game shuts down, and then when you go back in, it resets everything and it doesn't save. So I couldn't drop the money on it. Even when they like, it was only like 29.99. I think we can get it for 23.99 or 34.99. I would have paid full price for it if it wasn't for that bug. Chinatown Detective Agency. That's an awesome game. Into the Pit, dude. I love that game. It was on Game Pass. The only problem with that is I was getting nauseous, so I couldn't buy it. Moon Scars, picked that up. Miniko's Night Market, which is in Game Pass, dude. Definitely go play that game, dude. To me, that game is an awesome game. It's a cute game. It's a fun game. Change your pace, and then it's worth buying, right? Proteus, bought that. That game is awesome, dude. It reminds me of old school Doom. Like the control is solid. I don't get nauseous when I play it, dude. The weapons they have on there is awesome. Midnight Fight Express, old school beat 'em up, top down version. Ring of Pain, Rolling Hills. As I'm playing that right now, dude. It's a simple sim type game where you have a sushi shop, but then you're in this town and you're helping the town grow. I did not know they did Stray Gods. Stray Gods another Superland. Bought that. I gotta buy Superland. Stranger Tides. What else they got? Wild at Heart. Bought that day one. I love this game so much. They had this. They did this stuff offline where they were selling their figure. They were selling like these little dolls, and my daughter liked them. These little collectibles, plushies, and so I bought them. Void Bastards, dude, day one bought that. While the Iron's Hot is in Game Pass, dude, love that game. But the first game that got me hooked to Humble Games was Wizards of Legend, and they got Wizards of Legend 2 coming out. I love Wizards of Legend so much. I bought Wizards of Legends 2. Some of these games I did not know that they were Humble Games. Did not know who Humble Games was. But I educated myself really quickly. Unpacking, own that. That's an awesome game. And Signalis. How could I make Signalis? Slay the Spire. It's a great game. Um, I, it was fun. It was fun. Um, but at this point in time, dude, I have so many other games that I have to play, and I have to play still, and some stuff that's still coming. Right? I'm not stressed. I'm not sweating it. And that's why, dude. If you guys look, if you guys are stressed for money, even though these are indie games, dude, there are sales that come around. Right? Microsoft is putting their games in the Game Pass, so a lot of times they get money up front. Again, if people are asking why this is happening, dude, it's just the nature of the beast right now, guys. Again, dude, this is why you hear all these people, and when they talk about, I'm sorry, I'm reading off the list, guys. I'm missing the chat. Um, oh, let me see. Oh, sorry, my brother. Hold on. They own MGM, so they have some stuff there for a separate fee. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Dodgeball Academy is good. Yeah, dude. I love that game, dude. And it's quirky, dude. And so, the knock on a lot of indie games, right, is that they're just, they're dumpster diver trash. Look, they're not meant to be AAA, double A, or even single A, dude. They're indies. But once in a while, dude, you have an indie that'll come in and just knock it out of the park. Right? It just depends, man. This is what you see with Game Pass, which I loved from the jump, dude. Like I said, I'm an indie guy, so I have no problem playing the games. But some of these games that they have, like Dungeons of Hindenburg, dude, go play that game. dude, that hits way above the play grade, up above their pay grade of what people think that game is. Cocoon, just downloaded that again, dude. I haven't got a chance to play it. I'm gonna play that Go Ball. I just ended up buying that, right? And this Humble Games was one of those games on the list that we saw during the FTC trials. Now, obviously, when Microsoft was looking at buying, right, that's when they were looking at picking people up. And I'm not saying that they weren't going to pick up Humble Games, but obviously they had a deal. Because in some aspects, dude, a lot of people when they say, "Why doesn't Microsoft do this or that?" They don't own these companies. The companies have the right to be want to bought or not. But it's my understanding in the article that they twice because of everything going on, Humble tried to sell. But with Microsoft being locked up with a lot of the stuff with the FTC, you see what the FTC is doing right now, dude, trying to run their garbage narrative, dude. That I can't wait till that lady's gone, dude. They're so anti-consumer and they're anti-business, dude. That's their mo. That's why they do this stuff that for a lot of us doesn't make sense because it's more again. I say this all the time. It's their ideology. Right, so Lena Khan's gonna do what Lena Khan does. Hopefully she'll be out, and then we'll get somebody else in there that's more sympathetic, especially to American business, American tech industries. I'm not one to always defend these guys, but they have a right to conduct their business, especially when it helps us out, dude. Because if Microsoft ever purchased a company like Humble Games, dude, that's the amount of studios that they have under their, and it's not studios that they have to own outright. Dude. It's the same thing that they're doing with Toys for Bob, right? Because again, content is king, dude, and they have a stream, they have a service, a gaming service that's similar to Netflix, dude, right? And they need that content. They need that content. They have a lot of great content. I understand that, but you want to grow it, right? And by the sounds of stuff with Satya and what Matt Booty has said, what Phil said, what Sarah said, they're not gun shy about purchasing right now, right? What they're probably gun shy is just dealing with the government, right? Because that's another unnecessary money. Even though if it was me, I'd be like, no, batten down the hatches, dude. Put the guns up, man. Get ready to rock and roll. Dude, just pull the trigger already, okay? So I mean, so just dude, I just saw this and I was just bothered by it because there's so many. Look, Never Alone 2. I did not know this. Never Alone 2 is an upcoming game, right? I bought Never Alone 2. I didn't even know that was Humble Games had this. Never Alone 2 is this like side scroller. It tells more of a story, but it has a great look, great gameplay, right? It's a story driven game, but it's fun. Oh, Monaco 2. They did Monaco. Well, I don't know if they're doing Monaco, but they're publishing Monaco 2. Monaco is a great game. But Wizard of Legend 2, man, that's yeah, dude. Oh, Archvale, that's another one. Dude, I mean, again, dude, this is what I hate about the narrative about games, the economy. Xbox has no games, dude. Xbox put themselves out there, partnering up with people like, and not just them, dude. You see them all the time. They partner up with a lot of these publishers and studios to put the stuff up, dude. And then you have these people that are so-called gamers, right? All they do is complain on social media, make these videos, right? That are, and they basically lie, right? Talking about what Xbox has and doesn't has. And here we go, dude. They could be supporting these guys because they say they support the developers, right? They hate greedy corporations, right? They're for the little guy, and looks like we're gonna lose one of the little guys. And so again, man, just these guys are they're bogus, man. Don't listen to them, dude. It's sad, dude. I hope they pull through, dude. I hope Microsoft buys them, right? And maybe Microsoft buys them and they cut down, which I wouldn't want to see, right? But it is what it is. Dude, I had no idea that they stray gods. How did I not know that? Oh, and Wildfire. Wildfire's here. Okay, jeez. Well, anyway, I got some stuff to pick up, dude. But I hope they pull through it, man. I'll wrap up the video now, guys. Hopefully they pull through it, man. Hopefully people start to realize that these games um, are worth looking at, are worth playing. Game Pass is still a great service to have. It's still a great value, right? Especially in these times, man, when you're pitching pennies trying to decide if you're gonna have chicken or canned sardines. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, guys, let me wrap it up because I know Unlimited's going to run live and I want to listen to his show since I'm stuck at home and I can't do anything. And plus, I want to listen to my boy, but normally I wouldn't be here right now with that opportunity. But anyway, man, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you guys for stopping in. Faded Bro, it's good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Realist, man. Of course, I'll do the podcast this Friday, man. I'll just shoot you the link if you can join. Fine, if you can, I understand. Unlimited, thank you as well. But go support these guys, man. Just don't do just surface level, guys. Don't do just surface level. And you don't even have to do a deep dive. Just at least break the surface. Do a little bit of research on these companies that put out the games, the companies that actually support your system. Stop. I mean, to me, dude, that's why again, no hate, bro. And I know my brothers out there, they're doing petitions and stuff. They want that kind of stuff, dude. I'll support you guys because you guys are my brotherhood. But man, don't sleep on these games, dude, and don't sleep on these people that's actually supporting Xbox, actually supporting Game Pass, and actually supporting your ecosystem, man. Right? If you don't have the money, don't worry about it, dude. If you're in the ecosystem, utilize it. Right? You pay a monthly subscription, right? There's money on the front end, dude. And when these games go on sale, purchase them, right? Play them because it's my understanding that these guys get money also with the amount of time people play. It's getting ridiculous, right? That's why they want to grow the fan base. That's why they keep putting more content. As you guys know, Call of Duty dropped today, right? Call of Duty dropped, Call of Duty 3, Modern Warfare 3, right? We're rolling right now, right? Enjoy your games, man. Don't worry about what all the haters say. Xbox All in China, host safer forever. We out.